Hi guys, welcome back to Codemaster Coach, your medical coding tutor. Guys, we are still converting an old book from 2011 that had ICD-9 coding examples for us to convert to ICD-10 so that I can make worksheets for my students that are currently in my medical coding program. So come along with me. Each day this week, I will be uploading videos with questions that have multiple choice answers in ICD-9 that we are converting to ICD-10. All right, and hopefully you guys will see the little coding rules throughout each one of these questions. Like in yesterday's video where we had 2 signs and symptoms that led to a definitive diagnosis. And if you know your rules of coding, you knew that we don't code the signs and symptoms if they lead to a definitive diagnosis. In another one of the examples from yesterday, we had comorbidities, additional comorbidities. Although patient came in for one condition, they had 2 other comorbidities that the patient had that were also treated. And as long as those comorbidities are being treated, we can code them. So those were 2 rules right off on yesterday's video. So if you haven't viewed that video, go back and look at that one and see how well you could code that. For today, I've got 3 more, and coding rules do apply with these too. So you got to know your coding rules. Let me minimize my box. You need to know your coding rules in order to answer these questions. All right, guys? So let's look at today's questions. Number 1 says, a patient is admitted with a left ankle fracture. The patient also has AIDS with Kaposi sarcoma of the skin. Think about your coding rules here. What all are you coding? Here are the ICD-9 codes. How would I convert this situation to ICD-10? What would be the appropriate codes to code? Number 2, a patient was admitted with abdominal pain. The needle biopsy of the liver reveals secondary malignancy of the liver. The patient has an exploratory laparotomy to determine the primary site. The primary site is unknown at the time of discharge. So we have a secondary malignancy of the liver, primary site unknown, and a procedure was done. Hint, hint. Convert these I-9 codes, or no, I'm saying read this situation and determine what are the ICD-10, the correct ICD-10-CM codes for it. And example number 3. A patient is admitted with sickle cell anemia with crisis. What would be the correct ICD-10-CM codes for this circumstance? All right, guys? Put your comments down below. Let's get the conversation going. And I will see you tomorrow when I have the answers to these 3 questions. Okay, guys? Thanks.